What's happening, people? It's Wacker Sasane over here, and guys, I am back for another episode of Mortal Kombat X, a series where I basically delve into the backstory of one in particular Mortal Kombat character, so you guys have a greater in-depth vision of who that individual is. Now, people, I just want to say before we get started, all the origins that I'm gonna be doing is based off the current timeline, so that is Mortal Kombat 9, or the reboot version if you like to call it, onwards. So let us begin, because today it's no other than the Grey Ninja himself, Smoke. So Smoke actually originates from Prague, which is obviously the capital city of Czech Republic. Now get this, people, his real name is Thomas Vabada. I know that's a bit of a confusing name, but anyway, that's the name he was bestowed upon, or the name that he can actually remember, should I say. Now, Thomas was well known and well documented amongst the locals for his ability to escape capture and able to transform into a wisp of smoke. This rumor spread to the Lin Kuei, who actually became curious and went out to actually pay a visit, you can say, to Smoke, well, Thomas at that point. Now, they actually sent Thomas on countless missions, all which he proved successful, and thus he successfully was able to join the Lin Kuei and was bestowed the name Smoke. So at that point on, Thomas was known as Smoke, as just like Sub-Zero is a name given to Bihan, who became Noob Saibot, etc. Now, people, prior to this, Thomas actually, or Smoke shall I say, had no memory of his former life. He has no idea how his childhood played out or his early teenage years. Because of his young age, when he did join, where he was still a young teenager, he actually became very close friends with the younger Sub-Zero. In fact, they were like brothers to each other. They trained together, they fought together, did all that mishmash that you can basically see in most movies these days. Anyway, people, if you play the Mortal Kombat 9, obviously when the story starts off, they are him and Sub-Zero together are searching for the whereabouts of Bihan, the original Sub-Zero. And as the storyline progresses on, one thing that is crucial to point out is because of Raiden's interference of saving Smoke from being captured by the Lin Kuei cyber initiative to actually be programmed and become a robot himself, Raiden prevented this, and thus it caused a alternative timeline in which Sub-Zero gets captured and transformed into Cyber Sub-Zero. Because of this, Smoke actually disowns the Lin Kuei and he joins Raiden's side, which obviously he fights with him to defend Earthrealm against the Outworld invaders. Now, Smoke does prove successful on countless missions once again. However, he is eventually killed by Sindel, having his neck snapped. Now, I want to point out one thing, because he is resurrected in Mortal Kombat X, and this is where the story gets interesting, people. If you complete the arcade version of Smoke's Ladder in Mortal Kombat 9, his ending reveals that the reason why his memory is suppressed because he was sacrificed to a demon god, or a demon altogether, called Enrenra. Now, Enrenra has this smoke ability, and once he realizes this, by completing the arcade ladder and getting Shao Kahn's power, Enrenra gets released and kills all the people that placed him inside of Thomas. So the reason why Smoke has all his powers is because of this demon Enrenra. It's not actual Thomas's power, it's the demon itself. And Smoke is obviously the name that is given to him by Lin Kuei. And once Johnny Cage actually meets Smoke in Mortal Kombat X, he says to him, "Smoke, like is that you? You know, is that you?" Just basically like Smoke questions it. And which he responds, "Smoke is dead. I am Enrenra." Now that's interesting. So I know it's a bit confusing, but he's got three identities. Thomas is the human version, and Renra is the demon forced inside of Thomas, who was sacrificed to him for Renra, and thus they become Smoke. Well, named Smoke by Lin Kuei. So just remember that, people. Thomas and Renra Smoke, which is going to be interesting to think now, because in Mortal Kombat X they are thinking about doing Combat Pack 2, and one of the more popular characters out there is Smoke. So will we be seeing Smoke, or will we be seeing Renra? I'll let you guys decide that. Anyways, people, to keep in touch with the series, obviously I've got the playlist now created, so you guys can check out the other vids. I will be doing it once again, trying to do this on a weekly basis. If you want to show me some support, simply hit that like button, comment below if you want me to, well, basically pick a character you want me to dwell into. I'm flexible. Until then, people, subscribe, like and share. As always, peace up, much love. Whoa, that face. He looks like Thanos.